What's up, elites? It's me, the Elite Ace. We live action. You already know what it is. Now, this is yet another real world topic. Of course, this won't be about any anime, manga, or video games. And this comes from, again, Black Ninja X89. Now, I know I was supposed to have been made this video, but you know how it is with the Elite Ace, and I apologize for that. But of course, he writes, can you make one more video? It doesn't have to be long. He says, I wish I'd have thought of this sooner, but what should I do if I got to meet her family? And will they accept me? And getting over nervousness of her dad. What I mean by that is, what if he's really intimidating, etc.? And what if her family invites me to dinner? How do I keep eye contact and be very social? Like, what if her dad asks the typical questions, like, do you play sports or do you like football? Which I don't. I'm not into sports except martial arts. Or not into much sports, I'm sorry. Alright, now, the interesting thing about this, I can relate to that with the sports part, but this is what you do. This is what you have to think, first off. When it comes to a girl's father, you automatically have to expect the intimidation role. Because every guy knows that when the father is involved when it comes to a girl, of course they're going to play that extra tough role. Of course, the father's going to be protective, and he's going to be stern because this is his baby girl, or if not his baby girl, you know, meaning like his youngest, it's his daughter, period. Whether if he has 5 daughters, you know, 3, 4, whatever, one. But the thing is this: just expect the intimidation. But you know, the whole thing about if she wants you to meet her family, take that as a positive. Some people don't, you know, but some people do. Just take it as a positive. Be, you know, because you should feel honored if she wants you to meet her parents. Now, last year for Thanksgiving, I went to my girlfriend's house back when I was with her, and only people I've ever met in her family was her mom and her sister. So this time I was meeting her grandparents, uncles, cousins, etc., etc. So we go and pick up the grandfather first. You know, he was he could barely walk. We had to help him in the car. So we go to the grandmother's house, and everyone is there. But to tell you the truth, I wasn't nervous because I know I'm a likable guy. I know how to hold conversations. You know I give off a good positive vibe. I'm a positive person. You know, I'm a likable person, so I wasn't you know, nervous or anything. When I was younger, I used to be very, very shy. But anyway, we get there, and you know, I'm introducing myself, smiles, handshakes, waves, everything. Someone wanted to give me hugs, and they were giving me a lot of comments. They were telling her, oh, he's cute, oh, he's nice, yada yada. But however, once the females were in the kitchen, I was in the living room with the grandfather, and this is when what you asked comes into play. For like a few seconds, yes, it was that, you know, that little bit of silence, like, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, you have a lot of verbal options at your command. You know, you can say, start out with small, simple stuff to let them know you're trying to, you know, start a conversation. But see, he was very, he didn't even seem sociable. If you get a vibe or a hint that this person doesn't even want to be bothered or they're not talkative, then hey, by all means, hey, that's on them. You know, so, but the thing is, so, I asked him, I said, so, are you from Detroit? He said, no, I'm from down south. I said, oh, really? Like, you know, which part of the South? And, you know, he said, Alabama. I'm like, okay, my father's from there. He said, okay, what part? Mobile. Oh, Mobile, I got cousins. Yeah, it's nice there. Then I was like, yeah, I went down there, you know, a year and a half ago, and it was real nice, and I like it better than up here. The conversation just went on and on and on and on. You know, eventually, people will start to ask the other questions, like, are you enrolled in school? Where do you work? How long you been working here? What are you studying? Do you like it? What are your goals, your careers? So this is my thing. Once everybody sat down, once we all said grace, and everyone started to pass around the food, everything, you know, it was cool. Everything, it just opened up. It was more it was on a lighter note. Now, when the uncles showed up, the uncles, they were the ones who really tried to play the intimidation role. You know, saying like, that's my niece now, young blood. Treat her right, do her right. Of course, do the little laugh, just that's all I know how to do is treat her right. Yeah, cause I'm just saying, young blood. And it's like they keep on keeping on. It's like, okay, we get it. You care about her. I'm a dude, you a dude. We already know what it is, but I ain't gonna disrespect her like that. So it's to be expected. So that whole intimidation, tough guy act thing, it really doesn't faze me. I'm not easily intimidated, but I'm just telling you and who all that's watching. It's to be expected with a guy. The older brothers, the older cousins, it's to be expected. As a matter of fact, I have a niece. Of course, that's my brother's daughter. He's gonna be the same way. I'm gonna be protective over her. I mean, that's just how it goes. Not overprotective where she feels like she doesn't have a life, but you want the best for your family, and that's nothing. It's understandable. You see this man. He has a daughter. Obviously, he cares for the daughter. Okay, I understand. But just don't let it phase you. Now, the sports thing is funny you say that because I'm not really into sports. Believe it or not, I'm not. Someone say I'm sports illiterate. I used to play pal baseball for the White Sox when I was younger, hella younger. But just be honest, be yourself, do your best. Just don't even act nervous. Don't show them that. You meeting a father. Do not, or any other older male or fatherly figures. Don't show any signs of nervousness, even if you are. So just be nervous, relax. I mean, ain't like they're just her parents, her family. I know you want to make a good impression. We all do. Just be yourself. As we all know, first impressions are lasting impressions. But yeah, just let them know, like, I don't really follow sports. And, they might make a little joke of it, like, well, you don't follow sports. What you do in your spare time? And then with me, I say, well, I'm a different kind of guy. I'm not, like every other guy. I let them know your hobbies, let them know what you're interested in. Of course, which they prior to expect. I mean, they already can expect that, you believe in God and everything. And it should roll from there. Let's see. For example, one of the other conversations, the way it went for me during Thanksgiving was this is how it went. So Chris, how you liking the food? I really love it. I can tell it's about 2-3 different spices in these greens. Oh, okay, yeah, well, I got a good palate. As a cook, you have to have a good palate. But it's not the best. But it is good. They said, oh, so how long have you been cooking? A little bit over 3 years now. Okay, so where do you cook at? I answered that. So how do you like it? Answer that. Exchange little stories. Throw a little funny story in there. Give some cooking advice. All those kind of things. And they'll probably, look at you like, okay. They'll look at her like, good pick. And it's easy. It's just be yourself. Stories will get exchanged, and you never know. People in her family might be very talkative or friendly, and they might ask you a question, put you on the spot. Like, for example, they might be chit-chatting with other family members here, and they'd be like, oh man, that's crazy. And then they turn to you, don't you feel that same way? And have you ever been in that situation? Bam, of course. Then that's where you go in, respond, make the conversation kind of lengthy, if not too lengthy, depending on the question. Just all kind of things open up. And throw little jokes in there. Like when all the ladies was in there cooking, I could see them out the corner of my eye, all huddled up, talking, laughing, pointing. I kind of look over there, they all laugh and whatnot, saying their little comments, but I know they were positive comments. And when I first met her mother, of course she let me know, my girlfriend at the time, she let me know, she said, she was like, you should be very honored. She said, I never bring guys home, especially to meet my mom. I rarely do that. And of course, I'm like, yes, I'm honored, I appreciate that. And I met the mother, I said, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And then, of course, the parents are always going to ask you the question. So it's really, you're going to get bombarded with the questions. That's that's one of the other ways it's going to come by easily. They're going to hit you with the questions. So pretty much, it may not go like this all the time or for long. Basically, sitting back, they hitting you with the questions and you're giving the answers more so than you trying to open up a conversation, or you giving questions. But I met her. We were talking. She asked me how old I was. You know, asked me the typical things. How many kids you got, and do you have a warrant out for you? All, you know, all those kind of things. But she was real cool. And a good thing is when you get to know her family more and her more, you get to pick on her in front of the family. For example, the mother would be letting the daughter know about something. You know, my girlfriend, kind of giving her a tiny little lecture, just fussing out a little bit. And I'll be like, shit, I tried to tell her, man. Like, you know, my girl looked at me like, what is this? And I'm like, you know, Mrs. So-and-so, I deliberately talked to her about this so many times. You know, playing like that, it'll open up even more things. But yeah, that's some more things about that. Just be yourself. Don't be nervous. Premeditate the topics, if you will. You know, if you don't have a job, back it up with something positive that you're doing. You know, I know you're telling me what you're doing, so that's a good thing. You know, you will be surprised how one answer can open up a whole brigade of topics and other conversations. So just do that, of course, you know, keep your wits about you, you know. I know you got good manners, etc., etc. So yeah, Black Ninja, I hope this was helpful. I know this video wasn't too long. Some of you like it like that, some of you don't. But yeah, just another meeting her parents topic or video. So yeah, I hope this was informative. Thanks for watching, Elites. This is the Elite Ace signing out.